Chief Blackwell's story changes yet again. In the last 2 days, we have worked hard to hammer down whether or not Cincinnati's top cop plans to be in town for All-Star Weekend.
And after an increase in violence and criticism over his travels, 9 on Your Side wanted to know why the chief planned to be away during the biggest weekend of the year. Investigative reporter Jason Law spent today digging deeper into the changes into his schedule. Jason?
That's right. In less than 2 days, we've essentially been told 3 different stories about whether or not the chief plans on being here for All-Star Weekend. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, the chief has been criticized in the past for his frequent trips out of town, and there's been concerns over his lack of focus from city leaders. Well, this weekend we know downtown's going to be packed. So where exactly will the chief of police be?
In a press conference Monday, Mayor Cranley assured everyone the Cincinnati Police Department would be out in full force this weekend, the kickoff to All-Star festivities.
We're going to have hundreds of officers visible all weekend through the All-Star game, and we got to make sure that our resources are used as efficiently as possible.
Cranley may have been referring to everyone in the department except for the chief of police. The story behind Chief Blackwell's plans for this weekend has changed multiple times. In an email Wednesday night, the chief's spokesperson told us the chief's trip to Indianapolis for a conference this weekend had been canceled. According to records, the chief canceled his trip back on March 20th. But 6 days later, on March 26th, Blackwell rescheduled the trip to Indy, opting to stay at this hotel overnight Saturday and Sunday to return to Cincinnati Monday, the day before the game. The out-of-town conference stayed on Chief Blackwell's schedule until this morning. Lieutenant Danita Pettis said the chief made the decision to cancel the overnight trip at some point, but never told anyone about it.
But we don't know when he decided.
We don't know when the decision that he was not going to attend those events was made. No, I don't know that.
It didn't have anything to do with us asking questions yesterday.
To my knowledge, no.
Now, according to his office, Chief Blackwell is leaving Cincinnati for 3 or 4 hours Sunday morning to speak at a conference for the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives.
I think his primary focus was just to clarify the misconception that, no, I'm not really sure why they're reporting I'm going to be out of town all weekend.
Well, it was on his schedule that way.
Okay. Well, it was on his schedule that way.
Now, late this afternoon, we spoke with Blackwell's boss, City Manager Harry Black. And Black told us he talked to the chief twice yesterday and advised him not to spend the entire weekend in Indianapolis. We put in multiple calls to speak with the chief ourselves. Haven't heard back. Tanya?